Munchie Mafia, beep, 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 beep. And so I put a little tiny video out. It wasn't that great of a video because Timmy wasn't here to play with the cameras. So I did my best. It shows how we put what's in this pot together, and it's 6.5 minutes long. It's not all that important at the moment. So if you want to go back and re-watch that later, you know, by all means, please go do. And don't forget to hit the like button too. So what we're making is a fusion lasagna, and it's Mexican and Italian. And we're using carnitas for the meat. So you want to see how that is all put together? Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Gather round the campfire, my friends. Come closer, gather round, my friends. I need to tell you a story. It was a dark and stormy night. The rain fell upon the old tin roof, making a rat-a-tat-tat-tat heartbeat that echoed down the lonely corridor. Outside, the wind whipped down the cobblestone street as it created creaky scratches from the old rose bushes scratching at the window pane. Oh, rat-a-tat-tat. Oh, sister, sister, the ghost is getting restless. He's demanding a sacrifice. Give him the gambling dirt.
At the end of the road there lies a dark secret, deep within the shadows of Mount Rainier.
A kitchen witch lives in a creepy historic farmhouse where the Munchie Mafia meets every Sunday night, where they watch for the telltale signs of the kitchen ghost of kitchen gadgets past. Ghosts of the kitchen comes out to play as he faint glow floats from the spooky cauldron where CB casts her attention in barely audible whispers of ancient kitchen magic, where the story of the mystical it's full. Also whispers her spell upon the sisters bubbling boo.
Did you hear that? Well,
Did you hear that?
did you see that ghostly hand?
Oh, Latoria, it's a pesky ghost again. Lock up your kitchen toys, dear sister. Whoa, oh my God, it's gonna get ya. The curse is coming for the new blender. Oh my God,
It's gonna
get ya. The curse is coming for the new blender. Oh, sister, sister, oh my, Latoria, say goodbye to the new blender.
Oh,
Did you see that?
well,
Did you see that?
did you see that ghostly hand?
Oh my, Latoria, say goodbye to the new blender.
Did you see that hand?
Did you see that ghostly hand? Oh, Latoria,
It's that wicked, wicked ghost again, dear sister. Whoa, oh my God, that hand is reaching for the new blender.
ooh, rat-a-tat-a dash of love here.
A tiny pinch of passion there, a little bubble, a blender full of toil and trouble makes I
Cause plans disappear. Hashtag blame tiger on the double. Ooh, Donna, 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 two crazy mofos.
And so far, we've got 13 people in chat. Yay! We've got Demoose, Barbecue, YouTube Police 29, Arlene, Yes I Can Barbecue, Tim Mitchell, Yes I Can Barbecue, Ace Howdy, Greg Johnson, and let's see here, Mike's Adventure Sparks, Double Dog's Keeper Jamie, and Aaron, the carnivorish guy, a new channel that I've kind of gotten really invested in. You got to go check him out if you have not already done so. He's got some cool stuff, and he's a very nice person, very humble, and just cool stuff, cool foods. So Todd Saw, Sarah Presswood's also here as well. And happy birthday, Todd. Today is Todd's birthday officially. And so, yeah. While we're at it, let's lollygag about just a moment longer. Mail call. Yes, Demoose. It's been picked up at the post office, Demoose. And Double Dog's Keeper Jamie. I hope Double Dog is doing all right. Saw somebody ask about, how he's doing. Hopefully he's feeling better, or at least somewhat on the mend. All right, so we've got a box, and we got flickering lights, so it's possible we might lose this live stream, because whenever our power goes out, especially on these really super duper hot days, we have blackouts, and sometimes it's what. The what's not working? Oh, Stream Elements is not working. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Stream Elements. It's probably broken. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, I don't remember. Anyway. All right, here we go. So these are made by Double Dog's Keeper Jamie. She does channel merch for people, and this is one of her new products. It is a frosted glass beer mug, and it's got the Kickback Lounge Demoose sticker on both sides. I designed this sticker, by the way. And there we have it. Thank you, Demoose. And thank you, Jamie. Great job as always. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy that. All right, so anyhow. Oh, power outage. Every time we get a power outage in this extreme heat, which summer has officially started as of yesterday, sometimes we don't get our power back for days. So that's going to suck rocks because, I'm so over this. So ready for fall, which it seems like other people are looking forward to fall too, because guess what I found at the grocery store today? Pumpkin pie spice coffee creamer. It's already hitting the store shelves. All right, so in case you're wondering how this was all done, it's just a pork butt that's been braising in a seasoned orange juice liquid until it's basically fork tender. And I've got a little 6.5-minute video on how to do that. That's with the Chef IQ pressure cooker. If you've got one of the others, I think the Ninja or whatever the hell it is, Instapot, whatever, I'm sure you can use that too. Gone are the days of the old school pressure cookers, it seems. I'm sure a canner. Remember many times blowing the lid up into the ceiling, busting things down. All right, so this is super duper hot. I threw a whole bulb of my smoked garlic right into it. And what we don't want is the big chunks of fat There is a little bit of fat still in there. There's also onion in there. We don't want to get rid of that, but we definitely do not want the bay leaves. Like that there is just one big wad of fat. That's no bueno. So dump it right back in there for right now. We'll just set that there. All right. So, ow, hot. What we need is 2 forks to shred. See how nice and shredded that is. I thought about putting this into the smoker and then thought again, you know, do I really want to sit out there and babysit a smoke in this type of temperature? I mean, I'm burning up. I mean, I got boob sweat and everything going on. And I don't like that. I don't like my tatas drowning. All right. So, we're not going to be using pasta noodles. We're using flour tortilla. You can also use corn tortilla or any kind of wrap that's that follows your dietary requirements. If you're on a restricted diet or you're living one of the alternative food lifestyles like keto and so forth. Use whatever you prefer to use. This is just how we make it at my house. And it's kind of like a layered carnitas enchilada of sorts, but we call it Mexican lasagna because it's layered with whole lots of cheese. All right, you don't want it broken up too much because then it tends to dry out. What are we drinking Saturday? I always try to be prepared. What are we drinking on Saturday? Huh? What's Saturday? I mean, if you want to have a drink, you know, I'm really into the Kraken 94 rum, personally, or any of the plethora of top shelf bourbons. I'm a bourbon girl, mainly. All right, we're gonna preheat this Castaway Sawtooth pan. Got a thing of butter in there because I forgot lard. You want to use lard, but butter will work too. But generally it's lard. Alright, so now we've got ricotta cheese. And in our little box we've got, let me scoot this over for just a moment and bring it closer to the middle of the table. Middle of the table here, we've got my little prep box. This is just some rough chopped cilantro for garnish. We've got jalapeno peppers. There's 2 of them. Half of a large white onion and 1 red bell pepper. And then, of course, Gourmet Gardens cilantro paste. We're also going to need some Mexican oregano as well. But first, we're going to start with the meat. We need to get this pan nice and hot. Let's move that butter around a little bit. I'll bring my tablet over here. I'm thinking of having a drunken online shopping live, Civi. Oh, on Saturday? That'll be fun. Can I spend your money? You need the little inflatable swimming pool that is like Whistle Stop Homesteads, except for it's a rubber duck, giant rubber duck swimming pool. I want to spend your money, huh? The Mexican oregano has a different flavor to it. The flavor profile is not as spicy. so to speak, and it has more of a floral, almost citrusy note to it compared to the Mediterranean oregano that seems to be a little bit on the spicy side. Not really spicy, just the illusion. Okay, so now we got our butter nice and hot. We're going to just lay all of our meat down into this. And we're going to get it to sear pretty hard. We want to get a sear on there, but we don't want to sear all of it because nobody likes rock hard meat unless it's jerky. Or you're preserving. Okay, so smash that right into the pan. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can do this. That you could use a couple cans of Rotel, or just do it the way that I'm doing it. And what we're adding is some sauce to it. Hey, looks like Shade Tree Cook has come in. Hello. That's funny. Oh, God. I don't know what I did to your Alexa. Hey, Alexa. Buy Todd all the ingredients. Should I repeat them? He needs 50 pounds of whole garlic bulbs, 25 pounds of red bell pepper, 50-pound bag of white onions, and 5 pounds of jalapeno peppers fresh, and 15 bundles of cilantro. And don't forget, he needs a whole hog. Hey, Judy Mee. We're messing with Todd Saw's Alexa. All right, so while that's doing its thing, we don't want to disturb it too much because the more you flippy it, the less likely it's going to get browned. So we also want to give it a tasty taste as it is. We're going to want to add salt to it. I forgot to put salt in the pressure cooker. Hello, Taco and Bell. Woof woof. Oh my God. It's so hot I can't get a glove on. My hands are all sticky. It's not because I touched anything sticky. It's because it's hot in this house. It's almost as though our air conditioning's not working. Or it just can't keep up. Huh? What got wet? What do you mean it got wet? Oh, this is the box that I forgot on it. Oh, yeah. Hey, Simply Jan Homestead and Ace Howdy. Hola. Alright, smoked garlic. And I promise I'm going to be doing a video of how to do this real soon, but, you know, does it really need a video? You just throw, you know, whole bulbs of garlic right into your smoker. Not a lot of people have smokers, so you just pitch like 3-5 pounds of whole bulbs onto the top shelf of your smoker when you're doing a smoke. Let them ride for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on how big they are. And then let them cool off at room temperature. Put them in a freezer bag. Put that into another freezer bag. Pterodactyl is protesting. Pterodactyl is protesting. So you let them cool off to room temperature. Put them all in a double bag. Throw them in the freezer. Pull it out. Pull out a bulb whenever you need it. And you're good to go. This just came out of the freezer like maybe 10 minutes ago. As you can see, it's nice and soft. These things work great for just about everything. Very versatile. Takes a lot of the strong flavor from the garlic while also giving it a whole other sweetness to it that doesn't usually exist unless you're doing roasted garlic. But then you get that light bit of smoke to it. Yeah, it's just so good. And it, you know, they last in the They last in the freezer for about 6 months. And so I do a whole bunch of them at the end of summer before the rainy season and cold starts to set in, just so that I have enough to get me through the winter. Okay, now we're going to come back over here because I hear some popping, and that's telling me that we've got some browning action happening. We want these to be golden brown delicious, and we're trying out this caraway pan in this kind of a application to see just how sticky this gets. And it's not bad. You know, this is not one of the Caraway's non-stick line of pans. We've got exotic birds, so we can't have those. We could, because they say that they're non-toxic, but I just don't want to take that chance, you know. The 2 parrots alone, you know, combined, you know, you're looking at retail price of about 12 grand after all is said and done. Okay, so now we got some browning action happening. You see some little crispy critters starting to form. We're going to add some salt. And then we're going to take our onion. We're going to start with our onion first. We're going to add our onion to it, just like so. And probably get a little bit of that juice. Let's see here. Because you do want to try to, you know, get some of that juice back in there to help with the deglaze. So what I do is I drop a little strainer in, so it strains out any pieces that I don't want. We don't want to dump a whole lot of it in there though, okay? So just enough, like this right here. Just hit it with a little bit of liquid. Mix your onions together. Maybe free up a little bit of that Maillard reaction that's happening at the bottom of the pan. If you missed it, just grab a little splash more of that juice and just throw it on there real quick and just quickly move over it and just kind of just gently scrape to free up all that beautiful golden deliciousness, because that's where all the flavor is, okay? You want that flavor to be put back into the food. Then we got another dry spot over here. It's not so bad, but we'll just give it a little splashy splash right there. And then, you know, whatever liquid is going to evaporate. But at least we got that deliciousness already happening there. We got our oven preheated to 375 degrees. We're going to let this do its thing for just a little smidge longer. But we're also going to add our red bell pepper right to it. So we want to get those blistered. You always want to add in stages because you add too much cold stuff, then the pan has to recuperate to try to recover all that heat that it lost. It takes longer for your food to cook. So build it in stages. And then I'm going to add a little smidge of chili powder, like about a half of a teaspoon. Just a little smidge, okay? Just a bump. Okay, I'm turning around just 1 second. Oh, and some cumin. We got to have cumin. So we're going to go about a tablespoon of cumin, okay? We definitely need that. Alright, so what's the question here? Do I have to add the onion? Is that the question? How are you, Judy May? Is that the question? No. I'm sorry I missed it, but what are you deglazing? It's the juices from the pressure cooker. The juices from the Carnitas. We braised it in orange juice. And it basically just built it, and some seasonings, and then it just basically built its own its own kind of juice. There's a lot of fat in there, so we want to, put some of that back because we don't want it wet, but we also don't want it dry. There's like a perfect balance. Yeah, I took the juice out of the cooker. Oh, and we're also going to need our jalapeno peppers as well. You can add other peppers if you want. It's all up to you. Because it's going to be yours, right? Suit it to your taste, in other words. Alrighty, Rue. There we go. Just flip it. And I'm actually making these in loaf pans. Oh, let's see. Does it have to be orange juice when you're making carnitas, or can you use apple juice? I mean, you can use apple juice, or you could just use chicken stock and then just add some lime to it. If you're allergic to oranges, or you have problems with acid reflux, and orange is one of those that causes you grief, you can always, just, poke a whole bunch of holes into a lime and just throw the whole limes right in there, like 3 or 4 limes. I mean, I know that there's a lot of sugar in orange juice, so if it's a diabetic thing, you can always substitute it for a different type of acid, or even yet you can add apple cider vinegar to it as the acid substitute. So it just all depends. Or if you're just plain allergic to oranges, I don't know. Pasta sauce causes acid reflux. I eat it anyways. Yeah. That was Emily that said that. And I know you can't do peppers, Emily. So you don't have to put the peppers in there. You don't have to. What? Oh. You just have to have ice cream later. Alright, so that's about six or so cloves of the smoked garlic. Now we're also going to open up our case and add some of this chopped cilantro to it. Not going to put all of it in there, it's just a little bit here and there. You can put however much or however little or however none. I know that some people say, I can't eat that. Tastes like soap to me. Tastes like dish soap to me. Tastes like whatever. Dirty feet, whatever. No judgment. Just, huh? Oh, it tastes like ivory soap to you? I feel bad for those people. Alright, so cilantro. We're going to go check our meat. See how we're building more crust down below. It's about the time that we want to just give it one final turn. It smells really good though. Then we're going to add our sauce. And our sauce consists of 2 things. And it sounds kind of goofy, but this is how I make it. And it's one large 1 pound 12 ounce 28 ounce can of red enchilada sauce. And if you're like Emily and can't eat anything other than chicken nuggets, pizza, and spaghetti, you can always bypass the red sauce. Just stick with just a basic tomato sauce. We're going to toss this together. Alright. We want it fairly saucy. And now we're going to take a jar of just ragu and add about half of it. But what do you do with the other half?
Throw it out. It's terrible.
You can put it in the freezer. Save it for a rainy day. Make yourself some carnitas. Carnitas omelets or something the next day or something. Or carnitas scramble and put it as a topping with some cheese. Okay, so there we have that. Gonna reduce the temperature down. All right. So in the little pot or the little bowl here is the ricotta cheese, and we also have cotija as well. And this is kind of hard to find in some grocery stores. So if you can't find it, you can use manchego or romano or something. I hate opening these things. They're such a pain in the ass. All right. So this is a fairly soft cheese. It's not very greasy, but it has salt to it. So, all right. Yeah, it's like a Carnitas sloppy Joe. Yes, of sorts. And so this is where the fusion happens. Is, you know, the enchilada sauce and just jarred spaghetti sauce of your choice. You can use whatever type you like. I just picked the ragu because it was on sale. You know, it's not the focal point. All right, so now we're going to crumble up the cotija right into the ricotta. And if you can't find ricotta, you can use a small curd cottage cheese. No, you can't, but you can, but don't do it. What's a good price for a 70 recipe cookbook? What is a good price for a 70 recipe? I don't know. Does it have pictures? I mean, best thing to do is go by way of self-publishing and do it through Amazon and put it up as a Kindle only thing and just put it up for $1.99 and see what happens. If it does really well, then, you know, maybe come out with a... If it does really well, then, well, yeah. Then you blew it. You underpriced it. But if it doesn't have pictures, I would stick with $1.99. Do it by way of Kindle and put it up on Amazon to download. They have a template maker for book covers. Okay, there's that. Alrighty. No pictures, don't buy it. What? Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so now let me clean up my mess here. I got a little bit of a mess. That was half of the cotija. I'm not sure if I'm going to put more in there yet. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. Okay, let's set that over there. All right. Made a mess because that's what I do. All right. So our sauce is good. And for a not nonstick pan, this actually handled really well. I was able to deglaze a pan and lift up all of it. No burning on it or anything like that. So far it's taken my abuse quite well. Very graceful. All right. Now comes the next part. We got to do something with these leftover flour tortillas that I've got. I've been meaning to get rid of. So you're going to need 3, 4, I think 6. Let's try 6. And if you're going to be making going to be making this for a potluck, and you're going to do it in a really big roaster pan, like a disposable roaster pan. You're going to need a whole package of it. I'm probably going to need to, you know, add more sauce. All right, so I've got 6. So what I generally do is I'll line them all up so that they're at least reasonably so. Figure out where the halfway point is, put a notch, flip them over, just like so. Whoops, it shifted on me. Oh well. And this way, you got that going on, right? Because we're going to be putting it in here, like so. So you're going to want to take off the 2 corners. You don't necessarily have to square them up. If you want, you can. That should do it right there. See? Look at that. Almost perfect. You're just going to have to just eyeball it. Let's just take just a smidge more off. Okay. So there we have that. And I'm using loaf pans because it's just the 2 of us. When you're empty nesters like we are, kids have long since moved out of the house. And it just makes more sense to make things in smaller batches because I can just put wrap over the top of one of them, stick it directly into the refrigerator, and stick it in the oven for tomorrow, but have a fresh one today, have a fresh one tomorrow. So now we need to take this over here. We're going to ladle a little bit of this sauce down on the very bottom. And like I said, you know, if there's other wraps that you want to use, by all means do so. It's all entirely up to you how you want to do it. Or you can just use lasagna sheets if you want, but definitely if you require a gluten-free food, you can definitely use corn tortilla. Just make sure that your corn tortilla are absolutely gluten-free. Yeah, it's kind of like an enchilada casserole. And, yeah, I just call it Mexican lasagna. Because, you know, it's got a lot of the components that that we would normally put into a lasagna. So now we just take that cotija and ricotta with a little bit of cilantro and just spread it out, right? Just like so. It doesn't have to be perfect. It could be as little or as much as you want. You can also use goat cheese. And I've got Chihuahua brand shredded natural quesadilla style cheese for melting. And then I got a Monterey Jack mild cheddar queso quesadilla asadero cheeses mixture. Can you freeze one? Yes, you can definitely freeze one. I would highly recommend, though, get yourself disposable baking loaf pans with the lids. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put the lid on, and then you're going to wrap it or put it into like a 2.5 gallon Ziploc freezer storage bag so that it doesn't get freezer burned. Yes, you can add lime to the cheese mixture. I forgot limes today. I forgot them at the store. Alright, so a little smidge of that cheese, a little smidge of this cheese. Now, I'll come back on over here. A couple ladles of this sauce over the top of that. One of the things I like about these loaf pans is that they are pretty deep, so you can get a pretty good amount of layering to it. The other thing that you can do is if you have one of those electric roaster ovens, I've got like 3 of them or 4 of them. I got a smaller one. It's like, I think it's a 12 quart. I use that for my lasagnas when I'm taking them to potlucks. If I know that there's going to be an electrical outlet to plug into, that is. And so those always come in handy. I think the brand that I've got is Nesco. I got another Nesco that's 24 quart, I want to say. And that way you can just take your food to your party, whether it's a tailgate or just a meetup. Birthday party, barbecue, potluck, picnic, whatever, church potluck. You know, you just basically build it like this. But if you're going to use the larger pans, what you do is you take this cut edge, you're going to put it on the edge side, like so, and that way you end up with edge to edge. It's all lined up. All right, there's that. That's good. Oh. All right, so cheese. Now I like to do a lot of meal prep because this way I can just, make a bunch of dinners a couple days or so out, not have to worry about it for a whole week. We're not so concerned about eating the same thing over and over and over and over again. Yeah, this brand really does make a really good cheese. It's not this anti-caking agent that they use in it. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't leave as much of a gritty aftertaste to a melted cheese product. So that's always a bonus. All right, here we have that. Like I said, you can always just overlap just like so. So you see how that one's kind of curved. We can just put a second one right there on top. This is going to be the last layer. So we're not going to put the ricotta cheese on the last layer. We're going to put a healthy dose of the sauce over the top. Let it kind of fall into the crack a little bit. Because if you got a dry crack, it's going to get crispy. So fill in your crack. All right. Give it a slight tappy tap. Now we're going to put some more cheese on the very top. And then that one's ready to go. And then whatever's left over with the pork butt that I've got in there, what I'll do is I'll probably maybe on Friday I'll do a video or something. Is that real Chihuahua cheese? Yes. Yes. Wrong answers only, right? From Chihuahuas. They milk. They got little farms with all these little Chihuahuas. It's so funny because the fences are only this high, right? And they line up to get milked, and they take the milk, and it takes a lot of Chihuahuas, huh? Little bitty milking machines, yeah. The little thingies are about the size of a pencil eraser, So it takes a lot of hand-eye coordination to get that all lined up on the little Chihuahuas. And you know what? They can even the Chihuahua milk is so good that you don't have to pasteurize it. There's no bacteria. There's no salmonella or anything like that, like regular cow milk. Oh my God, and it's higher in protein, lower in fat. Has a slightly nutty flavor to it. Oh, I snorted. Sorry, Emily, I don't mean to make fun of you. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Not sorry. All right. All right, so you're always going to need a pan to capture all the stuff that you got going on, right? Because you know it's going to bubble over. And we're going to just stick it in the oven for a little while. I'm only going to cook off one for right now because we don't need two of them. As it stands, it's going to be about 3 dinners worth. Alrighty, woo. And then, damn it. Who just came in? Hey, Pete. Scratch and Pete PA is here. Alrighty, woo. So, now it's just a waiting game. We're going to wait for that to cook up. It's going to be about 20 minutes or so, because all we have to do is just make sure that, you know, it all heats up thoroughly. I'm going to tidy up my mess a little bit. Got a lot of mess here. We definitely need to get all that all plated. And then the ricotta cheese that you have left over, you can use that in future cooks, like in frittatas, or as a filling for something else. You can also add some egg yolks to it, whip it all together, a little bit of heavy cream, and then make a savory cheesecake out of it, and put some pickled heirloom tomato on top, or maybe even a salsa. Where is that special cheese? I just put it in the refrigerator. It's Chihuahua cheese. Made from real Chihuahuas. It's okay, it's ethically sourced. They consented. Oh, I'm going to hell. I'm going to go to hell. All right, so I need to get a baggie real quick. A gallon baggie should be just fine. It is real. It is real. Ask Simon. Ask our token Mexican. He'll tell you. Chihuahua cheese exists. Bear Butler even said that he really likes that cheese. I know I'm laughing. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I'm feeling unusually joyful today for some godforsaken reason. No. Of course, you got to go outside with the dogs because they've got a bladder the size of a frickin' gnat. All right. So.
Yeah, but now at least we're on one camera for a little bit.
Simon, you ruined it. Because it came from the state of Chihuahua. And watch. There's no state called Chihuahua. That's a sandwich bag. I need a quart bag. Hang on a second. I gotta get into my microwave and grab a baggie. Hey, Whistle Stop Homestead. Welcome. We are making Mexican lasagna. I'm just tidying up my mess. Oh, I forgot the cilantro paste. Anyway, so I'm not sponsored by these people, okay? But I thoroughly enjoy these things because you buy them once and you get whatever you need out of it, pitch the rest of it in the freezer. It squeezes out perfectly frozen just fine. And for busy professionals that may not always have the, you know, they think, oh, I'm gonna cook this meal on Tuesday. They go to the shop to go get their stuff, and you know, they get stuck at work for 5 days or 10 days, and by the time that they get around to cooking their food, all their food is spoiled, including their fresh herbs. These really come in handy. You just saves me money that way. That way, anyway. That way, I don't have to keep going out and buying bags of frickin' basil and stuff like that. Is, you know, our growing season is very short here in Washington State. Angel hair pasta. Who's texting me? Oh. Anyhow, so I'll deal with that later. Tiger sends his regards in a very, very long message. So it does have vegetables in it, Ed. That's for sure. But you know, Emily, eating meat is not necessarily a bad thing for you, because you know the average person needs a certain amount of protein daily, or else they're missing the amino acids that's necessary to function properly as a human being. You know, just so you know, depending on your age, your gender, and your current weight, and how much exercise you get on the daily, so you should always consult with a registered dietitian to find out, you know, what it is that you should be doing. I'm not a registered dietitian, so I can't give you those numbers off the top of my head. Actually, I probably could, but I shouldn't, because I'm not a registered dietitian. I'm just a chef. I just put the food on the plate, man. Hey, my sister's here, Chef Roastengag. Hello, aloha. Braised short ribs come fall as my EC won't keep up with the heat of my oven. I know the feeling. It's like 90 something odd degrees here, and I got Tata sweat. It's not comfortable. What is a vino? It is a blackberry. It's a blackberry wine. Comes in a screw top bottle. It's something that I enjoy from time to time, but it doesn't mean that I would enjoy it all the time. It's just that in the summers, it's nice to have a nice fruity glass of wine. So it's pretty hot in the house here too. It's as though our air conditioning is not keeping up. But then again, it's like, you know, this is a 126-year-old house, doesn't have insulation throughout the house. There's no insulation in the majority of the house. We don't have insulation in the ceiling or in the underneath the house, or in the walls for that matter. So with all of our trees being gone off the backside of the property, that's why we don't do the live cooks out on the deck like I would love to. We don't have any shade back there at all. In order to get shade back there, we have a very small window of opportunity. So blackberry wine is awesome, and blackberry mulled wine is even more delightful. You know, now that we're coming into fall's just around the corner, you know, and mulled wine is definitely a thing around the holidays. Winter months, people want something warm and toasty and kind of boozy, and you know, this makes a really wonderful mulled wine, especially if you use oranges and lemons and more of the citrus sours or more of the sour fruits instead of the sweeter fruits, because you don't want to take away from the lushness of this, because it's got a lot of sweetness to it. Yeah, it's been weird here too. Yesterday was officially our start of summer, unofficially, officially unofficially. And the reason why I say that is because usually we're up in the high temperatures, and when I say high temperatures, I'm talking 80s consistently, just after the 4th of July, and we're almost into August, and yesterday was our first day that was over 85 degrees, or over 80 degrees, I should say. And it's still chilly enough in the evening time after the sun has gone down that I'm reaching for my hoodie that I usually wear. And this morning I put my hoodie on when I got up. Hello, Nina, and welcome. So it would also be helpful if I would have turned the timer on. Forgot about that too. I'm so screwed. So the show up for shout out will be changing on Sunday, and I've got I'm starting to get the lineup for the month of August. We're looking at doing tailgating food in the form of videos. So we're going to be doing tailgate foods starting in the month of August. And also we're going to continue with the Blue Plate special. The next Blue Plate special is going to be in August, and it's going to be chicken spaghetti. That was a special request from Belt Loop 29 months upon months upon months ago. And, the earliest record of anything showing up on a menu related to chicken spaghetti was, back in the Depression era. So technically it is a retro style dish. Became popular in the 1950s. So we're going to be doing that, and also some other videos that are going to be coming out that's going to be really exciting are Culinary Foundations videos. These are the basic how-tos, and we're starting with the mother sauces. We already did one, that was the tomato sauce. I just didn't get around to doing the rest of it. So there's going to be hollandaise and mayonnaise and velouté and stock. So we're going to be doing a beef stock, and I'll show you how to do a chicken stock. I'll also show you how to do a fish fumet. I should just say fumet because that's kind of redundant there, because all fumets are seafood. So I show you how to make your own stocks, and then some of the derivatives to the mother sauces. Espanol is another one of the mother sauces. And so we're going to be doing all of those, and then we're going to be moving on to other things like, do some more of the knife cuts, and also breaking down some meat, how to save yourself some money doing that. And P Digits asked for nachos, fruit nachos, so that's going to be on the agenda as well. That's probably going to be a live stream. But we're going to be doing our regular live streams, our Cooking with the Munchie Mafia's Mystery Wheel of Misfortune, the Cook Along, the Blue Plate Special Retro, and then, the Wild Card, which is, outdoor cooks until it's no longer outdoor cooking season here, which could be any time now. I've seen weirder things happen, but then again, we could go into November with 70-degree weather, which has happened before too, but it's been a long time since that happened. So, hello, Bear Truth, and welcome. Oh, I see Bushcraft is here too. Did I see Bushcraft in here? Saw Bushcraft being mentioned. I don't see Bush. Anyhow, so we got 31 people in chat. We got lots of things going on. But yeah, chicken spaghetti. That's like a southern mid-America actually no, it's more like southern staple. And hey, Grace NYC, welcome. So the chicken spaghetti is interesting because I used to have to make it at the jail once every 3 weeks, I believe. I think I was on a 3 week. No, I was on a 5 week cycle, but it came up twice every 5 weeks. Oh, who's texting me now? Emily is texting me with a something. August 1st. Oh, okay. I have no idea. What. I'll deal with that later. My thoughts on canned tomato sauce is not everybody has the time and energy and resources to be able to make their own spaghetti or their own tomato sauce. I'm not going to poo-poo what other people use, because I myself, I would be a hypocrite, because I myself use canned tomato sauce sometimes. Or I'll do like a speed scratch where it's, I add like some canned tomato sauce to something that's scratch, but it's speed scratch, because it's expensive to go out and get, unless you have your own hookup on fresh tomatoes, or you grow them yourself. With the price of what fresh produce is right now, it's like it's not cost effective for anybody, unless you're making like 6 figures a year and you have minimal debt, And so I don't have any opinion on it. I do have an opinion on, which ones are the better ones to use. Are they the store brand or the name brand? And my opinion is, use whatever brand it is that you find to be the best for you and your family, because I'm not going to recommend a $9 a can tomato sauce, knowing that not everybody can afford to spend $9 for a can of tomato sauce, right? So buy whatever fits your budget. If you can make it, great. If you can't make it, it's fine too. Poo-poo occurs, right? But I do have a how to make a tomato sauce video in my I think it's the essentials playlist, where it's cooking for beginners, and that's where I started with the mother sauces, and it gives you a good how-to. Now, if you don't have a garden of your own, which a lot of people don't, and that's okay if you don't, because grocery store fresh isn't that horrible, but to save yourself money, what you could do is go down to like U.S. Foods, U.S. Foods store, which is also known as cash and carry, and you can definitely get a case of tomatoes for dirt cheap. Or you can, that is if you don't live anywhere near any farmland, or you can just go down to one of your farmers markets and support a local farmer, which is what I usually recommend. Because sometimes, their produce is pretty darn cheap if you buy direct from the farm. So, and not everybody has the patience to cook spaghetti or to cook tomato sauce. It takes a long time, because it takes a while for it to develop and to thicken and get the flavor profile that you want. Hey, Blonde Traveling Gypsy. And Windstone has also come in. So that's my opinion. I have no opinion, but I do have an opinion. But I don't. I hope that makes sense. Use whatever your money can afford, and do whatever your abilities will allow you to. Because not everybody can cook, and it's okay. I'm hoping that maybe you'll learn something from my channel and be able to put together a meal, or think about, oh, that's a creative way to do that. I'm going to try that for my next meal. I'm hoping that, at least I'm inspiring you to, think outside the box with your meals. And we're still just waiting on this to cook. Oh, Sarah Presswood looks like she might be doing a first-time cook. That'd be nice. That would be really nice. I'd love to see that. Make sure you post that in advance so that everybody can get advance warning, so that we can go and hit the notification bell and possibly also get notified. What about using slow cooker for it on the weekends or days off? I love my slow cooker. This is one of those multi-cookers. This one's a fancier one than, you know, some of the others that are out there. And I'm sorry about my dog barking. I don't know why she's barking, but she's barking. And unfortunately, that's what this specific breed of dog does. Is they just do nothing but bark and poop. This one here is the Chef IQ, and it is like the Cadillac of multi-cookers. It does sear, it sous vide, pressure cooker, slow cooker, steamer. I mean, it does all sorts of things. It does whatever the Instapot does, but I don't know if the Instapot has a scale built in, or if it has, or if it's app driven, so you can actually order your groceries through this thing. You know, whatever it is that you choose in one of the recipes, it has the ability to order your groceries through Instacart or Walmart, believe it or not. And the price has come down quite a bit on this thing. I love it. Meatloaf and meatballs. I eat heart of palm every day now since I asked what to do with it. Heart of palm will take on the flavor of just about anything. And it has so many really cool applications that you can use. I mean, it works great as a meat substitute. At least that's how I feel. I don't know what everybody else uses it for. I haven't really looked to see what other people are doing with theirs, but I used to use it as a meat substitute. Just like banana blossoms. Banana blossoms make a great vegan fish and chip. You know, squash blossoms are great for making gluten-free raviolis. What are you wowing about, Timmy?
Well, on Gypsy just dropped 20 memberships.
What the hell? Are you serious?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my God. That's so awesome. I appreciate that so very much. All right, so we got some bubbling action happening right now. I think we're probably just about done, maybe. We'll take a gander at it. Yeah, see, that is just golden brown deliciousness. I think I want the cheese just a little smidge more melty. It's definitely getting bubbly. So let's just give it 5 more minutes. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate the support. It really helps out this channel a lot, especially with the direction that we want to go in the future. It's going to take a little while to get there, but we will get there eventually. And that's the food truck. So upcoming, we've got upcoming videos. We've got, or live streams. We got Sunday. Sunday's what again? Sunday's Daqua. Is that right, Timmy?
Sunday's what?
Daqua. What's the next? I think Daqua, which is a dessert. Let me take a looky here real quick. I believe it's Daqua. And that's a really nice light and bright dessert that's gluten-free. It is not sugar-free. There's no real way to be able to do that as a sugar-free thing that I've been able to, you know, pull off. But with that being said, you know, maybe I might be able to figure it out. I don't know. I'll give it a whirl sometime when I have a chance. Oh, God. Thank you, Todd. Thank you so much. You guys are so awesome. So yeah, the food truck. Anyway, what was I saying before my train got side railed? I'm just feeling a little emotional right now. Sorry, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, oh my God. Did you really just drop more? Holy cow. You guys are so awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate it a lot. Thank you, Nina. Oh my God, you guys are so freaking amazing. Okay, so with all this that's happening right now, I guess I'm going to have to share the story about the food truck. Years ago, I had the ability to go and buy a food truck, and I didn't do it. Life happened, and I had this dream for this food truck, which kind of evolved over time, but there's one thing that I wanted to do. Sorry guys, I'm just feeling a little emotional. It's also very hot. So anyway, have you ever met somebody that had a lifelong, lasting impact on your life? For me, that one person was actually two people. Wayne Johnson, Chef Wayne Johnson. He actually was from the Seattle area and very big into nonprofit organizations. He was the CEO of Fair Start in Seattle, which taught culinary arts and hospitality to people that were facing homelessness and drug and alcohol addictions. I had a chance to work with him on some of his projects that he was doing for the United Negro College Fund. It was a huge college fund that raised money for scholarships. So I got to do a whole lot of that, and I got to do some really cool things with a whole other lot of chefs. Mainly they were all from either the Caribbean islands or they were from Africa. And so I got to learn a whole lot of different cuisines in the process. But anyway, Wayne Johnson, he passed away a few years ago. But he won Iron Chef back in the 90s. I remember seeing that episode, not realizing that I would ever meet him, and got to do some really cool stuff with him. Also did a working interview at his restaurant. It was a jazz restaurant over in Renton Highlands area, or Renton Valley area. And anyway, so the other person, her name is Ginger Passarelli, and she has since retired, but I think she's still doing some of her stuff because she sold her restaurant, and I was actually looking at possibly buying that restaurant. This was years upon years upon years ago. And she was just such a cool person. She had keys to so many cities because of all the things that she did for communities, not just in Washington State, but in other states across the country. And she would travel to disaster-torn areas, whether it be wildfire, earthquake, mudslide, tornado, hurricane, whatever. And she'd just rock up in there with their other soup queens. They were called the soup queens. And this is a true story. And so I was going to go to work for her, but something told me, no, you need to go and chase the money. And I was stupid back then because I wish I would have taken the job that she had offered me, and that was to be her sous chef to help run her restaurant. And so I kicked myself in the ass for a long time over that, because it was a part-time job versus, a job that was, presenting as being a full-time job. And so she would go out and feed first responders at all these, I mean, it's like even mass shootings and stuff like that. She would go out and park in a safe zone where, first responders could come up and grab a meal if they were, tied down to an investigation site for long periods of time, or first responders in general. She would be able to go and, run them out some coffee, bottled water, sandwiches, soups, whatever it was that they needed. And she was able to feed these communities through her business. And I remember when I first thought about getting that food truck, I was like, I want to do that. And then I started this channel. I'm like, why can't I still do that, but also run the channel off of this food truck so that people can see, the work that we're doing out there, and be able to, help to contribute to creating a better community where people are more united and less divided as they are in so many areas across the nation. Be able to go and help people in their worst times. So I decided that that's what I wanted to do. And then I thought to myself, well, why can't I take an apprentice along with me and teach them culinary arts while also running a food channel off of a food truck during disasters, and maybe even some events too, because, of course the truck does have to make some money too, right? Run some events and, run some live streams off that, and, do our fun stuff too at the same time, but, be able to do all sorts of really cool stuff for not just Washington State, but maybe all over the nation. To be able to rock up in the frickin' Missouri or something like that after a massive tornado that's just devastated an entire neighborhood, and be able to go and say, hey, we've got some food here, while they're trying to sift through their lives that's just scattered, across acres, So that's that story. That's the story, and I'm sticking to that. So yeah, the laws here in Washington State are pretty bad too, and they're so very they're not so friendly toward food trucks for some strange reason. I think it's because they don't want to have to send food safety people on a wild goose chase trying to locate all these trucks and trying to validate that they are licensed in the state of Washington. But I know that in Seattle, it's all about, grabbing more and more revenue by robbing these food truck people. Who's texting me now? Oh, now it's Josh. So, and Fat Kid is my sous chef who is supposed to be helping me along the way. So I see Janet Lee G has also come in. Let's see here. Welcome. All right, so we got food. We got dinner. So who's gonna ring the bell? Ding ding. You mofos. So when you guys support this channel like that, just realize it just makes me realize just how possible that impossible dream is. I don't know, it's been a devastating month, so that's why I'm feeling a little emotional. All right, so here we go. Here it is. This is our Mexican lasagna, aka enchilada casserole, aka I don't know what the F that is, but don't call that Mexican because I'm gatekeeping a whole culture's food. Oops. So anyhow, let's see, can I fit that in there? No, I cannot. God, why are people texting me to death? Stop it. My phone's been quiet all day, but then again, I also turned off my ringer. But I did get to go and see my cousin yesterday. She is headed to Hawaii today. She's probably already in Hawaii, or is getting pretty close to landing in Hawaii. So I'm looking forward to hearing all about that when she gets back. But we hung out. Mike's Adventure Sparks, Ms. Poetic Tears, Sleeper Barbecue is also here as well. Welcome, P Digits. And if I've already said hi to you, it's because I don't have a very good memory. I've got a brain injury, so I forget things after 5 minutes sometimes. So please forgive me for all the new people that are like, is this lady a whack job or is she a little special? Yeah, I am special. I've got a brain injury and people need to stop texting me. Thank you, Gary. All right, so here we go. Look at that. Woo! It's just getting all over the damn place. So, wow. All right, so as everybody knows, there's like this whole debate about, there's whole controversy about, fresh produce and the cyclospora outbreak, and is it Taylor or is it not Taylor? Is it this or is it not this? Normally, what I would do is I would put a nice salad there, maybe like a little taco salad of sorts, but without the meat. You got the cheese, the bean medley, and tomatoes, and maybe a little bit of salsa, and maybe like a spicy ranch dressing, chipotle ranch or something. Put alongside it, and maybe some corn tortillas that are steamed. I don't know. Maybe that's just too much starch. I don't know. But that's what I would do, is I would put a nice healthy dose of a salad there with a healthy dose of maybe some grilled pineapple. I want to fire up the grill today, so. And I'm having problems with my allergies as well, so that's why I sound a little like my throat's dry. I do my cheese ball every year. I love cheese balls. Love cheese balls. So, anyhow, Munchie Mafia, it's kind of collapsed a little bit. You definitely do want to let this rest for about 15-20 minutes before taking it out of the pan. I like to do them in these because that way, this is for like 2 meals and a partial. Thank you, Gary. Of course, all the goodie is starting to slide over and it fills in the hole. So anyway, let's give it a taste. I'm going to taste this part. Oh, don't forget, put a little bit of garnish. You need a little bit of garnish. You can also garnish it with some radish if you want. We're just going to throw some cilantro on there. And maybe like a charred lime wedge, lemon wedge, some sort of wedge. All right. Oh. This is definitely a winner. I'm going to be thoroughly enjoying this all night long. Winstone is in the kitchen cooking. What is Winstone cooking tonight? Yes, Timmy will eat this. Timmy will definitely eat this. Yeah, it's fresh guac, maybe even some roasted or smoked avocado. You know, 'cause that actually retards the oxidation process when you smoke your avocado. I think I did a video on that. If not, I'll do a video on that. That's really kind of cool. Yeah, so it would be nuts if you didn't eat this because this is damn delicious. Not spicy. Got a little tiny hint of a kick. And this is good. This is really good. I think you guys are gonna like this a lot. And so we will be back on Sunday at our usual time. And we decided that we're going to be doing Nutter Butters next for the next cook along. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then because September is just around the corner, I was thinking of doing a sugar-free cook dedicated to Jamie, who loves funnel cakes. So we're thinking about doing some funnel cakes. And thank you, everybody. 4 hours to Seattle from me. I'll be knocking on your door. Keep it warm for you. I'm not sure. Oh, well, I think I probably could keep it warm by just, covering it and putting the oven on 170. I don't have one of those 4-hour hot holding boxes. Have no real need for one. Oh, I would eat this cold too. But you know what? This right here is going to taste even better tomorrow because all the flavors will be married together. And they'll be getting jiggy with one another, and it's just going to be amazing tomorrow. So I didn't set up the other one yet. I'll do that later. You guys don't need to be watching me put together 2 of them. Yeah, some ovens have Sabbath mode, yeah. But Sabbath mode doesn't really do us any justice here because, this is pork and it's not kosher. But yes, some stoves have Sabbath mode. I'm not sure if I can overnight it on a Thursday or on a Wednesday and get it there still packed in dry ice. But that cheese really makes it too. It's just freaking amazing. So anyway, we don't have anything to spin for tonight because Sunday's show up shout out is going to be Ramon, the Oracles, who's in the Philippines. We don't run show up shout outs on the cook alongs because that's cook along. So we're always, whenever that happens, we're always a week behind. Yeah, the Chihuahua cheese is really amazing. I can hear it yapping. The souls of all the Chihuahuas that made this cheese, Emily. I can hear them. I can hear their voices. Yap, yap, yap. Woof, woof. Bark, bark. Around noon tomorrow. Okay. I won't be here. I'll be at physical therapy. So you're gonna have to we'll have to connect another time. I'm sorry, Emily, you walked into it. I just had to. Wrong answers only, right? But Jan, are they going to be enchiladas or are they going to be enchihuahuas? Enchihuahua da-da-das? Or something, I don't know. You gotta get the Chihuahua cheese. It's a little on the spendy side, but it's so worth it. But when you think about, how many Chihuahuas it takes to milk 2 pounds of cheese. It's like, I don't understand why. I need to make Taco and Bell into Chihuahua cheese. That would be funny. I keep putting his dogs in tacos. It's like, I sent Simon a drawing that I did of Belle. And I did one of Taco, and also one of Belle because that's his new puppy. But then I did a second one where I stuffed her into a taco, just like tacos is, because Taco and Belle, Taco Bell, get it? They're Chihuahua mixes. And he sends me back this text message: "Stop sticking my dogs in the tacos." So, yeah, it'd be kind of funny watching them be all cheesy, especially the male ones. Oh, I know, right? That, I don't know. The male ones, their cheese is a little on the pungent and off-putting side. Goes bad quicker. It also has a weird aftertaste, and just has this almost snot-like texture in your mouth when you melt it. It's tough going down. We'll just put it that way. I'm in Missouri and never saw this cheese. You might want to check Kroger if you got a Kroger. Kroger might have it. This is delicious, and I gotta stop eating it. So anyway, Munchie Mafia. It is 7:31, and I really appreciate all of the support. It really warms my heart. Drunk shopping video. Why? Stop. Phone's been silent all day up until now. Anyway, on a drunk shopping video. What's a dip squawker? No Kroger's? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Just type in Chihuahua cheese near me in Google and see what it comes up with. Maybe they might have it at a Target or something. I don't know about Amazon. Just type in Chihuahua cheese near me. See if it comes up. But Munchie Mafia, it is that time. And you know how much I really hate to say goodbye. So I guess we're just going to have to say a fond goodnight, or maybe even a sad little toodaloo. But nonetheless, gotta go. Gotta eat this before it gets cold. And there's so much stuff going on the rest of the week. It's not even funny. But we do have some fun stuff happening very soon on Sunday, and then another one on Wednesday. I think the Wednesday one's going to be an outdoor cook. And we got a whole weekend following that. It's the unbirthday, the super cursed unbirthday weekend. There are going to be prizes. There's going to be games. There's going to be fun. There's going to be cooking, stories, hanging out at random times throughout the weekend. I'm not doing a 24-hour live. We're breaking it up into pieces because I don't want to disrupt, some of the live streams that have already established that were already established on those days. So we're just kind of gonna do a live stream raid crawl across YouTube, and just eventually come back over to Munchie Mafia for another round of frivolity and debauchery. So with that being said, everyone, I just want to say thank you again for everything. Let me know if you try to make this for yourself, and what kind of things would you do to make it your own. Leave a comment, and don't forget there's also a video 6.5 minutes long about how to put this together, but I was looking at the wrong camera because I hit the wrong button on the ATEM, so I'm sorry. But at least, hey, we got sound, so we gotta look on the bright side there. So, Munchie Mafia, we will see you all very soon, and thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting. If you haven't already done so, hit the like and subscribe. So, see you very soon. Ta-ta for now.
Well, Munchie Mafia, it is that time. We really hate saying goodbye. So let's just say a fond good night or a sad little toodaloo. Perhaps even that till next time. Or how about a tap-tap for now? We will be here or on Devil Dog. Because Eddie Ho needs love too. This has been really fun with all our friends. No matter if you are old or new. So before you let that door slam behind you, fondle that like button lovingly, and then go over to Devil Dog to see his boot. Loving and feedback, fetish, love and bestie, affectionately known as Thanksgiving. Oh, 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 says the Devil Dog. Tonight we shout out to Devil Dog. Give a salute to the fierce Marine. He is Mo, 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 Mo. Mo, 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 Mo. Mo, 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 run. Oh, 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 says the Devil Dog. Thank you, Eddie, for being here and for all that you do. For everyone, the true embodiment, always faithful. Simplify, Eddie. You do this country proud, but for the love of all things sugar-free, can you please learn how to crack an egg? Oh, 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 says the Devil Dog. Adapt and overcome, mighty soldier. Those chickens are relying on you. Oh, 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 says the Devil Dog. Do you really need all those balls I see? Another crop dusting in your future, bro. Oh, says the Devil Dog. Thanks for coming. And please remember to cook with love and eat with passion. Mo, mo, mo. Mo, 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 mo. That Call of Duty ain't playing itself. Eddie, get to it. Now please remember to cook with love and eat with passion. Mo, 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 mo. Mo, 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 mo. That Call of Duty ain't playing itself. Eddie, get to it. Oh, 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 says the Devil Dog.
What are you doing, Simmy?
Huh?
Huh? Simmy?
Hey, you little green prick.
Hey, you little yellow prick.
Is that a prick, or are you just glad to see me? Oh wait, that's Eddie.
Same thing.
Devil Dog, ooh, rock, do, do, do. Devil Dog, ooh, rock, Devil Dog, ooh, rock, do, go, go, Devil Dog, ooh, rock. Subscribe now, do, 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 do. Subscribe now.